has nothing to do with sectarian or religious doctrine, or whether somebody's Christian or Jewish or Muslim or nothing. It transcends all that to a shared spiritual experience.
For all intents and purposes, we become raceless in Shadow. It sort of distills us down to something that is more essential, mystical, spiritual. Everything we know about our existence on this planet, we know from cultural context.
Walk with me in rhythm and rhyme down Waters Avenue while there's still time. Changes are coming, and it won't be kind. Soon, Waters Avenue will blow your mind.
We celebrate births and we mourn for our dead, weaving a tapestry with each yarn.
And that dairy's horse-drawn wagon clopping on that dusty street with whites sucking chicken, picking beans, making lye soap just to keep clean.
I have seen you be the dark jeweler's cloth that makes our daughters shine. We offer you our name to replace the one taken from you.
Take out chicken and rib places, barber and beauty supply, churches, liquor, and convenience stores comprise this streetscape.
I came up during the 60s when, the statement was, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. So the question with myself and my peers at the Rhode Island School of Design as young artists was, okay, what does that mean for us as artists?
Slavery in New Hampshire, says onlooker Jack Panopoulos.
Generally, you tend to think, or I did, that it was more of a southern problem.
That's the misconception. Georgia-based artist and sculptor Jerome Meadows says he hopes his work will recast.
The setting creates a context in which to reimagine or shift your focus from the misrepresentation into the reality of what actually is here.
The city confirmed the site was a segregated burying ground for Africans and their descendants, likely both enslaved and free, and that as many as 200 individuals are buried below.
I was shocked by their being shocked that this was a part of their history that had not been taught. They had no idea. But when this truth came out, instead of massive pushback, there was massive, oh my goodness, let's accept this and let's try to do something about this.
Dozens of people gathered in Portsmouth today for a special ceremony to bury the remains of 13 former slaves. Their coffins were discovered back in 2003 when city workers dug up the road during a water project.
Now Chestnut Street is closed to traffic and has been transformed to a 7,500 square foot commemorative park. The artist who designed it sees this as an important chance to start a new chapter.
Portsmouth is doing a very major thing, in my estimation, in connecting a lot of the dots and bringing forth the possibility of a dialogue that I believe will make a huge difference. In terms of what the community was using to talk about this thing, this event, and how the community should respond, it was culture.
Strange fruit hanging from the poplar trees.
One human being says to another human being, we're going to find you guilty, regardless of the facts. We can't concern ourselves with whether you're guilty or innocent.
For 112 years, this significant story about one of 4,000 black men that was lynched has gone basically ignored. And in my mind, I'm less concerned about tearing down monuments to Confederates. I'm more concerned about putting up monuments for stories that have not been told.
We learn through storytelling. We may teach X, Y, Z, but I think storytelling gets through the heart and the mind.
What I do as an artist is to work towards bringing culture into the conversation.
How much time do you need to get that done?
Cultural context is a force of identity or means of identity that will help us to discern what we're going through in any given moment and then put that in a broader historical context. The thing that I like about blank page poetry, which connects to my being an artist, particularly doing large-scale public art projects, is that each blank page poetry performance is very site-specific. I go into a community and find out what are the issues, the concerns of that community, and that becomes the theme of the performance. And all of the performers, the poets, and we do engage dancers as well, are drawn from the local community.
My name is Rayshawn Roberts. I'm a 4th grade math and science teacher here at Hess K-8. And I'm performing Tending to the Garden for Blank Page Poetry. Just over the Vernon River, there lies a peculiar kind of garden where the caretakers tend to each fauna regardless of gender, color, or origin, indoctrinating responsibility, admiration, and imaginative to each season.
In Shadow, we lose those identifiers that we typically use to sort of predetermine, almost in a prejudicial way, whether or not this person is somebody that we think we can relate to or not. In Shadow, all of that is dissipated, and you're left with really the power of the words.
What nameless and untamed eventuality enshrines the rhythm of this rising tide, lending lyrics to the melody of moss-bearing trees, while festooned in the mosaic of azaleas bursting with bloom.
The shadow becomes an artifice, and the fact that we can multiply it and shrink it and make it larger or smaller gives it an elasticity that we don't manage in our day-to-day dealings. You know, everything about us is so, in terms of appearance, so fixed. So that was one of the discoveries of doing blank page poetry, that that shadow is becomes the persona.
Writing a poem is such an intellectual thing. You have to think and then write. Whereas sometimes with dance, you kind of want to take your head out of it. The best thing to do is to kind of just go with the feeling.
It's like you become an embodiment of the poem. I got used to the format and I let myself express a little bit more because I'm kind of a quiet person. I found it kind of freeing.
You get to hear me, you get to feel me, but you don't get to see me. It's more like a soulful kind of feeling that I get. It goes deeper than the heart, it goes all the way to the soul.
This is way outside my comfort level, but it is with all the people that are involved in this as performers, and how we all have been critiquing rather than criticizing each other, and how everybody has come to this place with this sort of scary but open heart and participated in that way and shared those feelings with the others that are involved. So yeah, it's a very different experience.
Okay, we'll take a 15-minute break, everyone.